We African people used to sing our history. We have got songs that go back for almost 1,000 years, which are still sung even now. Here is one of the songs. First I sing it in Zulu, then I sing it, the translation which I made of this song, using the tune in English. Ubamba tuwelile, ubamba tuwelile, bamba tuwelile, ewa uwela lo mfula, ubamba tuwelile, ubamba tuwelile, oh abamba tuwelile, ewa uwela lo mfula, iqhawe lihambile, iqhawe likhotheme, iqhawe likhotheme, lawo wela lo mfula. Bambata has crossed the river, Bambata has crossed the river, Bambata has crossed the river and will never be seen again. The hero is gone forevermore, the hero has gone forever. We will never see the king again, he has crossed the river. Bambata inkosi, inkosi bambata inkosi, bambata bambata inkosi, inkosi yakwa Zulu. Bambata was a king, Bambata was a king, Bambata was a warrior in the land of Zululand. Bambata was a king, Bambata was a king, Bambata died for his people, Bambata was a king. The story is that in 1906, the British colonial government set out a new law, a law that said that every Zulu should be taxed £1, a kind of British money, had to be paid by every Zulu. It was called taxation for your heads. Mm-hmm. The Zulus had always been paying tax to their kings. But when the English told them to pay tax for their heads, the Zulus were very, very angry. A troop of policemen came to a place near the home of King Bambata, and they set up tents and a table, and they demanded that our people should go there, each one to pay tax. And every one Zulu who had paid tax was to be branded with a little hot iron on their wrist to show that he has paid the tax. The Zulus said, no, no, we will not do that. We cannot be taxed for our heads. We don't mind paying tax to our kings. We used to pay tax with animals, with chickens, sheep and goats. And the tax we paid was the tax for the love of our king. But the white men say we should pay tax for our heads. But the white men should know that our heads do not belong to us. When a Zulu child is born, it is his head which first comes out of his mother's genital. And so, how can we be made to pay tax because our heads belong to our mothers, not to the white man? When the police made the Zulus stand in a queue to come and pay, a young Zulu warrior called Mandiza, he went up to the table and he jumped on it, scattering the white policemen in all directions. He danced upon the table. He did a big war dance there until the table collapsed and fell in pieces. And then the young Zulu man, Mandiza, he took up his spear and he stabbed several of the policemen to death. One policeman shot Mandiza dead. That was how the Zulu rebellion started. Bambata joined the rebellion. Bambata led the army to fight against the English. Bambata was a brave man, but he was not a good general. He made a mistake. He led his warriors through a canyon, a gorge called Mome. He wanted to attack the English city of Durban. He did not know, however, that the English had brought a new type of gun with which to destroy the Zulus. The English brought 20 Maxim guns. The early machine guns which were used were fed with a belt of bullets. These guns, our people called them the laughing guns, because when they were fired, they gave a sound like somebody laughing. Ha 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 ha, ha ha ha. And as Bambata led his men through the ravine of Mome, suddenly he heard a sound. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha. He saw his warriors fall like maize. He saw his men die. And he brought out his elephant gun and he fought back against the English. He could not see the laughing guns because they were hidden under trees above the Zulus. But those English soldiers who he saw riding horses, he shot them right off their horses and they fell to the dusty ground. As he was fighting, Bambata was now alone, loading his gun and firing and loading his gun and firing. As he was doing that, an English soldier came up behind him and with one cut of his saber, cut off Bambata's head and it fell to the ground. The Zulus died to the last man on that day. Bambata's army decided to die with him. It was shameful for people to see their king die and not to die with him. A few Zulu warriors survived. A few Zulu warriors managed to escape, but over 8,000 of them were killed on that terrible day. When the battle was over, the English found Bambata's head, and they took Bambata's head and used it as a football. A small team of English men kicked the head of a Zulu king in the dust like something dead. This is why I, Credo Mutwa, never go to football matches, because a football match insulted the Zulu people. And so we still sing the song of Bambata, who crossed the river of death and who will never be seen again. There are other songs that remind us of things that happened long ago. At one time, when the white people were now masters of all South Africa, they decided to dig a tunnel joining Natal and the Transvaal under the great Majuba mountain. But the English did not do the digging themselves. They forced people of many black tribes to work to dig this tunnel. As the people were digging, many were killed. Women lost their husbands. Children lost their fathers in creating the Majuba tunnel, through which even now trains still go. There are songs about that. Ubaba wafela pina, wafele mbocheni ya Majuba. Ubaba wafela pina, wafele mbocheni ya Majuba. Ubaba washona pina, washone mbocheni ya Majuba. This song is sung by Zulu girls in commemoration of those days when many Zulus died crushed by rocks. Many Zulus were blown up by dynamite digging the Majuba tunnel. Oh, tell me where my father is. He died in the great Majuba tunnel. Oh, tell me where our fathers are. They died in the great Majuba tunnel. Let the daughters and the wives to cry over the great Majuba tunnel. Let the wives and daughters to weep over the great Majuba tunnel. This is how we used to remember things that happened long ago. The songs were taken from generation to generation. The songs were taken from village to village, from town to town. Now, there is another song which I will sing. A song of despair, a song where our people brought out their feelings as they labored under the colonial government of South Africa. Tina silila tilo okukwela Thina silila odilo kukhwela zonke izizwe zikhwela phezu kwethu zonke izizwe zikhwela phezu kwethu. We are the ladder for climbing. We are the ladder for climbing. All other nations climb upon us to power. All other nations climb upon us to glory. We are the black ones of Africa, Africa, the black ones of Africa, Africa. Other people climb over us to glory. Other people climb over us to glory. In the 1930s, I heard this song being sung. Songs which brought out the sorrow of the African people under the colonial government. We were not allowed to write about those things, but because the white people did not allow us to write about them, we sang songs, and these are some of over 100 songs with which our people remembered their past. We used to sing about everything, including things that were really of not importance. And here's a song. Thina sithuki nguwelile waludabo lolwandle siwubone lo mbeko vela kuyena o mama sekutangizule kutangizule kutangizule o kutangizule kutangizule lento yami sesithuki nguwelile waludabo lolwandle siwubone lo mbeko vela kuyena sekuthi mina ngizule kuthangizule kuthangizule kuthi mina ngizule kuthangizule nento yami. We say the king has sailed away. He has crossed the great blue sea. We received a message from His Majesty. He said the time has come to travel with my wife. Time to travel with my wife. This song commemorates something that happened in 1947 when King George V traveled to South Africa aboard his battleship, the Vanguard. When King George came to South Africa, he toured South Africa not in a car, but in a long, heavily guarded train, which was painted white like snow. And this song recalls that strange time when the King of England was in South Africa. I had hoped to sing these songs. It can't happen now. But songs make people alive.